Welcome in, guys. We're just trying to get set up here. Get everything rolling on everything we got. Welcome in. All right. Looks like everything's pretty steady. Welcome in, everybody. We're just getting started here. Let's see what we can do. Make some contacts. Let's do this. Everything cleared out here. App's a little bit busy. Not quite as busy as it was the other night. Still pretty busy. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. Everybody's popping in, but they're not staying. That's okay. See if we can't get this island here. See if we can't make a contact. Welcome in, guys. Hang around for a little while. Got a whole bunch of DX in here tonight. And I did get started a little bit earlier than normal. Welcome in, guys. And shout out to everybody on the other platforms. Hope everybody's having a good day. This is the station we're trying to make a contact with. That's me right there, the red line. Trying to contact this station right here. Right. Got the camera jumping around tonight for some reason. It might be because I got about 4 of them running, so you can shut the other one off if I have to. Okay, welcome in, guys. We're doing some amateur radio stuff tonight. Using FT8. Gonna make some digital contacts. See what we can get done. What countries we can make contacts with. Make sure you come in and share while you're here. Make sure you share. All right, he's getting back to me. Make sure you share and like. And we'll see what we get in here. The more we share, the more we can get more people we can get in here. It'll set the algorithm to think this is interesting, and we'll get some more people in here to watch tonight. Okay, let's see if we can't complete this contact. There it is. All done. There's the contact right here. I'm going to click on that and log it. Thanks for the follows, guys. Come on in. Check things out. Make sure you hit that like button while you're in here. See if we can get some more people in here. I'm just trying to get a couple other things loaded up here. Get the logbook loaded up so we can see what's going on there. Just back up here where we belong. Alrighty. Hey, welcome in everybody. Like I say, while you're in here, make sure you hit the like button so we can get some more people in here. We got Germany calling us. So let's see. We'll answer him. See if we can't make a contact with him. Cowboy, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Hope you had a good day. Sorry I couldn't make it last night. The heat just whooped me bad. I was working inside. It was hot all day. It was unbelievable. It just wiped me right out. Yep, and I'm all caffeinated too, Cowboy. I don't mean we're going to stay here very long. Not that long, not as long. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yep, we'll keep hitting that like button. We're getting more people in here now. We got 150. Okay, we just made that contact with Germany. So we're going to log that one. And we'll see what else we can get here. Portugal is calling. I'm going to pull up another. Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. I always got technical stuff, you know what I mean? Drives me nuts sometimes. That's all part of the fun, I guess. I'll pull up PSK Reporter too, so people can see. I'll show people that. Get it loaded up here. We're on 20 meters. And this is a good little piece of software that tells us who's hearing us. Okay. Okay. I'm getting, what's going on? What is this? This is Amateur Radio, digital part of Amateur Radio. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations around the world. We send a protocol. It's the grid square signal strength, and then a 73 saying it's all done. We do talk on single sideband. We might do that a little bit later. We'll have to see how things go, what's going on, and how everybody's doing. All right. Let's see. Let's try Greece. There was somebody in here the other night was talking about Greece. I don't know if we had seen them. Thanks for the follows, guys. Make sure you're hitting that, slam that like button. The more likes we get, the more that helps the algorithm to get more people in here, and we can spread the word about what we're trying to do. Vinny asks, what is this? This is amateur radio. We're trying to make contacts on a digital protocol called WSJTX. We're trying to make contact at a station in Greece, which he just got back to me with the red. And we're trying to make a contact with him in Greece. His call sign is Sierra Victor 2 Foxtrot November Tango. Yeah, it's a very cool hobby. You know, it's all for fun. See how many people you can contact, Vinny. Hang around for a while and we'll see what we can do for different countries. A little bit later we can get into, there we go. This is what comes up when we get the contact is all made. Tells us the time, start time, end time, his call sign, the mode, the band, and signal reports. All set. Scooby, okay. Scooby says, hey, using a GeoXBU setup remotely via PXTX Android app whilst at work here in the UK. Got you S9 R5. Perfect. Sounds good. Pretty cool. Thanks for coming in, Scooby. Thanks for coming in. Mike, how you doing, my friend? Long time no talk. We're here. We're banging them away here. We just got done. We made some contacts with Greece. We'll try Switzerland now. That's okay. Hey, You're more than welcome to be in here. As long as you want. As short as you want. I'm just happy to have you in here, Mike. Cowboy, I gotta ask you a question. You on 20 now? Okay. You on 20 voice or FT8, Mike? Cowboy, how does it look with the dark screen on the top here? Does that look better when it was from when it was white? I don't know if you're watching on the laptop or your phone. These Greens wants to know what's going on. It's Amateur Radio. Hey, Bernadette, welcome in. Glad to see you. Okay, looks good. I've got a lot of compliments on it that you can see it better when it's dark than from when it's white. It's so bright, I guess. Laptop, okay. We're doing, I wish I could pronounce your username, but I can't. But so we are doing amateur radio here. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations all over the world. And I'm getting pretty jittery on my other platform on my other yeah. Okay, here's Switzerland on the camera, bouncing all over the place. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut the camera. Hang on for a minute, guys. I'm just gonna deactivate the camera. There, we don't have to worry about it. Hopefully it'll stop the... Got one here jittering around too a little bit. I have no idea. Well, maybe that's me because that bumping it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're trying to make contact with Switzerland right now. Oh, you CQ and DX? Well, I'm not really DX, Mike. You want me to answer you? I see you coming up there, calling DX. No, I was just answering calls. I was just answering people that are calling in at DX. I mean, there was some, I've got Switzerland, I forgot, I got Greece. I had some other ones in here too. Germany, another one, Madeira Island. So if you want me to answer you, Mike, I will, but you're calling DX. I'm not really DX. Yep, Switzerland station's calling me back. Italy answered. Okay. Well, Switzerland just answered here. Welcome in, guys. Make sure we smash that like button. You know, I came in a little bit earlier tonight than I usually do. Try to, anyway. Okay, let's see what we got here. I saw some videos on this guy intercepting like radio from... No, it's nothing like that. This is just amateur radio. It's a hobby for fun. Nothing to do with that kind of stuff for the cartels or anything like that. Nope, just amateur radio fun. There's another German station. See if we can't make us contact with him. It's amateur radio, my friend. We're making contacts with other amateur radio operators. While you guys are in here watching, make sure you hit that like button so we can get some more people in here. Scooby asked, Scott, you've probably been asked a million times, what's the setup like over there? The setup that I have? Is that what you're asking, Scooby? What do you mean by over there? You're in the UK. So the setup I have here is I'm using a Yaesu FT991A. Right now I'm on the beam. It's up about 35 or 40 feet. It's a Force 12 C3A. Using WSJTX and Grid Tracker. And we're pushing, yeah, I got it up at 100 tonight. We're pushing 100 watts. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, it is a nice beam. Yeah, there's a backstory on that, Mike. Someday I'll tell you about it. Oh, Jim Rat, KJ7ZWE out of Nevada. Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. I've got a friend in Nevada up near Minden. He lives in Minden, Nevada. KJ7LHX out of Montana. Hello. Hello again. And we're coming in like crazy here. KB1VNN, Matt, Western Mass. Welcome in, Matt. Good to have you here. We're running a little FT8. SV3AIN. Let's see if I see. It's a pole station, I'm going to assume. And I don't see him anymore. The German station. Oh, here you go. German station's getting back to me. Amateur radio. Nice one, supposed. Nice one. Surprised only 100. That's with the strength of the signal over here. Keep up the good work. Well, a lot of times I'll only run 30, but it depends on what's going on for DX and stuff like that. If there's something I really want to try to get. And I'm trying to really pull in some interesting stations for the live stream. Greetings from KC3. OV, Steve, and Delaware. Welcome in, Steve. Come on in, hang around for a little while. We're having a little fun tonight. FT8, K3COV, Delaware. Amateur radio is just a hobby. CA3NK, I didn't see him, Mike. Hard to watch what's going by, plus try to keep up. Okay, where are we here? So explain what amateur radio is. Amateur radio is just a hobby. It's using transceivers to transmit signals. This is a digital part of it. We do voice, slow scan TV. There's all kinds of stuff that we do in this hobby. Well, Folly wants to know what's the most fun part of this hobby. Well, it all depends on what you like to do. 73 is to you, Jim. Yep, 73. Thank you. Many 13. Where'd that question go? What's the most fun part of this hobby? To me, it's all fun. Everything that I do in this hobby is fun. It's to me, I like the hobby a lot. A lot of people tell me I'm passionate about it. I just like the hobby. I like what I do. So anything I do in the hobby is fun to me. Okay, Mike, hang on just a few minutes here. I'm trying to get through to this German station, and I'm calling him back about 3 times. And go see if you can't find a frequency. Yeah, and just a bit. If you can pick a frequency out, if it's not busy, you and I can get back on there and have another chat again. Maybe they'd like that. We got a couple hundred people in here almost. I've watched you over and over and have never had anything besides this white noise. You mean that's the noise, that's the code that's coming through. That's just underneath my voice. I hope it's not too loud. Moderators, tell me if it's too loud, Bernadette or Oklahoma or Mike. Hey, Austin, how you doing, my friend? It's good, okay. Thank you, Bernadette. Yeah, it's just, that's the code that's being sent back and forth. That's why I have it there, so you guys can get a feel for what is going on. Okay, so what do the yellow ones mean? Yellow? Where on the middle screen, or on this middle screen, the yellow blocks? You got to explain a little bit more here. Zachary says, I'm studying for my general. What is a good first-time HF radio and antenna? Well, I'm going to tell you what. You can't go wrong with a Yaesu. The 710, or the FTDX 10, or the 710, or the 99-1A. What I got right here, it's like a shack in a box. It does 2 meters, 440s, all the way up from 6 meters to 180. 160, I mean. Brain dead. This guy's not getting back to me. So, I'm trying to... You're looking at amateur radio. You're asking what... What makes you want to do that, my friend? I don't understand some of these questions. Okay, I got a contact coming in here. I'll finish this contact, Mike, and we'll jump on a sideband. Well, first you got to get your license. Yellow tiles. Over here on the second, these here are ones that they haven't acknowledged my contact with them yet. They have not confirmed it, if that's what you're talking about. Folly, it sends a code back and forth. It's the grid square, signal strength, his signal strength, my signal strength, and Roger 73. The contact is completed. It comes up on the screen. I click and log it in another piece of software. So if I bring up this screen right here, I'll put it up here for a quick second. This is PSK 31, PSK reporter. All those are stations that hear me all over the world. They hear my signal right now, all over the world. That's what's coming through into Australia, down into South America, all over Europe, and Asia, all over the United States. So that's who's hearing me. Okay. Setup, it differs. It can run, you get a radio between $500, $600, $800, $1,200. You got to have a laptop to run this software. The software is free. All the software that you see right here today is free. That's all free software. And then you got to get your license and get an end-fed antenna, which is fairly decently cheap. The green line, that is another amateur radio station trying to make contact with them from over here. That's what that green line is. When I transmit, mine is red. This is for a hobby. Yep. Why do I do this? Because it's fun. I enjoy it. I have a good time doing it. Now we're going to switch here. And we're going to go to single sideband. And we're going to see if we can pick up our good friend Mike and 4VG and see what we can do about making a contact with him on single sideband. And let's see, let's get connected here. Connect the radio up. There we go. And we want to get off of that frequency there. Let's jump up to, put the headsets on. Looks very difficult, but cool at the same time. It's not that difficult, my friend. It may look like that, but it's truly not, I don't think. All right, hang on. I got to get the volume turned up. We're doing amateur radio. 2:30. Okay, hang on, Mike. On my way. Not quite ready, Mike. Hang on. I heard you call. N4 Victor Germany from Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. Mike, you there? N4 Victor Germany from Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. Hang on a minute, Mike. I got the beam pointing towards Europe. I'm going to come around your way. The purpose is to have fun. What do you mean this isn't ham radio? Where do you come off coming in here saying that? Explain yourself, please. November 4, Victor, Germany, from Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. Pointing right at you. Pointing right at you, Mike. Somebody's got a TV station in there. Yeah, Mike, hang on just a second. Let me put it on the end fed, see if it makes any difference. Sorry about that, guys. Hang on just a minute, Mike. I get her tuned up. Yeah, we know they have telephones now. They've had telephones for a long time. Yeah, I can tell you. N4 Victor, Germany, from Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. That make any difference, Mike, on the NFED? No. Back to the beam. Yeah, Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. Mike, I guess that didn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, I see that. I'm going to switch it back to FT8, Mike. Maybe in a few minutes we can try 40. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like to put up with, guys, is disrespect. We're in here trying to show some people what we're doing, to trying to teach people that want to learn. And you naysayers come in here and you just tick me off, and I'm sick of it. All right, let's get started here, guys. Let's see what we can do. We're headed back the other way. Let's go to 15 and see if the Aussies are in here tonight. We'll clear this out. No, never picked up anything creepy or confidential. It's usually just another operator, amateur radio operator on the other end. This is a hobby. It's just for fun. Yeah, the noise, the noise coming through that code can sound that way. It can be. Justin, this is amateur radio. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations. And we're gonna, well, I gotta halt that one. That was gotta come over here and come on here. Team Interceptor, you collect weather radios. Nice. See, everybody's got a hobby, one way or another. No, we can't get to Mars. GL Ninja wants to know how far the radios reach all over the world. Thank you. Personally, IDK, thank you. I'm on 15 meters right now, yes. St. Vincent's on there. I'm going to try them, see what we got. No, we can't contact with aliens. No. Name a country. I have cards. How about St. Vincent? I'm trying to get them right now, Mike. CQ. This is a station we're trying to get a hold of right now. Make sure while you're in here, guys, you tap the like button so we can get this, get some more people in here, get the algorithm going. Anyway, we're doing amateur radio. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations. We just tried to do a voice contact, but wasn't very good. You're CQing on FT8 right now? Okay, I'll look for you, bud. Mike in the chat is trying to make CQing. Yes, if the power goes down, this is still possible. Well, if you have a laptop that's fully charged, okay, you can run software. The radio runs on 12 volt. You could hook it up to your car battery if you wanted to. Or a battery, just a regular battery, and, you know, that way too. It's 12 volt system. Benji, I have talked to, wants to know if I've talked to people in Chile. I've talked to people in Chile with this piece of software and this digital mode. It's called FT8. And I have talked to them on voice too. Yep, just like I'm talking now, and they come back. The internet is not required for the contact. All through the airwaves. Yes, you need a computer, laptop. Yeah, Ryan, you need a computer to run the software. I mean, he could turn to this frequency and hear the same thing that we're here. Oh, I got to turn that down, guys. Why don't you tell me that? I'm slipping. Okay, guys, tell me if that's any better. Sorry about that. You just got China? Huh. On 15? Wow. I'm not seeing them guys. And I don't know what, let's see if they're even hearing me, Mike, on, I gotta switch to the PSK reporter here. I don't think I've got China on 15 meters, to be honest with you. No, they're not hearing me tonight over there. Let me turn here. No. You're asking, what about the one way up in the Northern Territories? Not sure. No. K5ZG. Let me look his call sign up. See if I've made a contact with him. Oh, God, that thing went by so fast. Bernadette, can you pin that for me? That call sign he asked if I talked to. Please, thank you. Thank you, K5ZG. Let's look and see. It's going to take a minute. I got over 20,000 contacts in there. We'll look and see if I've made a contact with them. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot on 15, but I'm not getting I'm not seeing the DX that you're seeing, but you're a little bit closer to him too. So I have not made a contact with him, but oh, nope. I see he's a silent key. I'm sorry about that. My condolences. It's amateur radio. Sprinkle. Sprinkle Sparkle asks, what is this? Amateur radio. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations. KT4, KT4V. Hang on, let me look. No, I have not. But Mike is in here too, and he's made a whole lot more contacts than I have. He could have very well made contacts with him. Let's tune this up. No, those red blocks are people that are like I see when I hover over them. You see all those call signs on the far left. Those are people I made contacts with in that grid square. Those are all grid squares. Those squares are all grid squares, and the whole world for amateur radio is broke down in grid squares. And that's what a lot of people try to do. They try to get as many grids as they can. And those are all contacts I've made within those grid squares. And the red means they've confirmed the contact. Thanks for the follows, guys. And make sure you hit the like and the share button, and go into my top left on my logo there and click on that, and you can get into the fan page. Okay. All right. Well, things are going by here pretty fast. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool hobby. Yeah, there's quite a few people that do this. Hang on a second. I'll let you know here exactly. I can Google it for you. Let's see what we got. Okay, according to the ARRL, it says 1.7 million ham radio operators in the world. That's what they say. And that's the American Radio Relay League. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. See if we can't get this California station. Sammy, the software, the top screen is called WSJTX. And this one over here in the middle, my cursor showing there. In the middle screen is Grid Tracker. I'll probably put you on a t-shirt. Nice username. It's this is amateur radio. It's intriguing because it's fun to do. That's the I put that there because that's the code that's going back and forth through it's going back and forth. That's how we're communicating. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at comments on everything here, plus trying to make contacts. We're getting a little busy here. All right, so what's the point? It's just there's no Gingerblack wants to know what the point is. It's a hobby. It's fun to do. You got to be into it. I guess. Everybody has a hobby. This is my hobby, and there's a lot of people that do this. And there was a lot of people that didn't even realize, that came into this chat, didn't even realize that this existed. Amateur radio. We're making contacts all over the world through digital protocol. The digital part of it. A friend of mine, I was telling Mike earlier, a friend of mine that was my dentist, got me started, and he's in here sometimes. He's a moderator. He pops in every once in a while. I didn't even know this was a thing, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. It is pretty cool. And I hope you do put me on a t-shirt, my friend. That is pretty cool username. I like that. But it's one. Scott, what is the best SDR in your opinion? Best SDR, in my opinion. Is SDR radio or an SDR software that you can use? I guess that's my question. Are you looking at a radio, or are you looking at a standalone piece of software you can use with a radio? Because I believe, there's a couple of different things there. Yeah, it kind of looks like a command center, but it's not that fancy. I don't think it is, but I mean, it's pretty well set up and fairly on a cheap budget. The point is, AC9 CHE. Hope to work you someday. Yeah, anytime you're ready, just you're in the chat or something, say something, and we can pop out and do the single sideband thing like Mike and I just tried to do, or we can do it on here. Oh, there's Australia, guys. Starting to come in through now, Mike. The distance stuff. No, I'm not a big game player. It's massive. Yeah, okay. I'll probably put you on a t-shirt. Okay, that's okay. Beta software specifically should have been more specific. Sorry about that. That's okay. Let me hang on just a second. I got I'm gonna minimize this. SDR Uno is a good one, but you gotta have a box. Mine's not hooked. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying. So you get the SDR Uno software, and you get an SDR Play, which is this right here, box. You hook your antenna in and back out, and then and you get this piece of software right here, SDR Uno, and it will you'll have that. And I like that software. It seems to work very nice. Now I know a whole bunch of stuff probably just went by here and I missed it. Okay. So basically, if all communications fail here, you can use this contact otherwise. Yeah. I'm sure you. Yeah. See, this California station's trying to get back to me. Here's Uruguay. Okay, what's going on? I'd probably put you on a t-shirt. Great. Yeah. What is this? Amateur radio? Shall we play a game? No games though. This is a hobby. We're not into playing games. Thanks for asking, though. Alrighty. Okay. California station trying to get contact. Things slow down a little bit. Let me make sure you hit that, slam that like button, guys, and a share, and follow and a subscription if you want. We're going to do some special stuff in there. Once I get a bunch of people doing a subscription, we're going to do some We're gonna have to be a subscriber to get the giveaways and stuff, maybe. Well, I gotta do some more work on that. There's the contact. Anybody wants to know, there it is. It comes up right here on the screen. His call sign, start time, end time, mode, band, signal sent, signal received. Click on this and it goes to the logging software and logs it. Okay, let's try Paraguay. ZP6 LMR. Oh, you're welcome. Hang around and watch for a while. It's fun. No aliens here. Recipe 72 wants to know, what's the point of this? Well, it's a hobby. We have fun doing it. Trying to make as many contacts around the world as you can, whether it be digital like this, or voice, or slow scan TV, or whatever part of the hobby. The hobby is so diverse. There's so many things in the hobby that you can do. Good evening from South Florida. What's my call sign? It's on my first part of my group page there. It's Whiskey 1 Sierra Bravo Whiskey. Yeah, it's a great hobby. Get your license and you get the ball rolling. And oh, nice. Unstable veteran. Very nice. You got an icon? Nice. Robert Chandler says you got an icon. What kind? What brand is it? I know it's an icon. Is it 7300, 7610, older one? Oh, you're welcome. Solomon 62 says, thank you so much. You're very welcome. That's what we're here for. Hawaii's calling us, guys. Well, let's see what we can get. We're getting some. Mike, you still in here? You still working at DX over in China and stuff? If he comes back to me, he might have stepped away for a little bit, which is okay. Which is fine. We got 250 people in here watching, guys. Let's far over. Yeah. Okay, Tim. Have you seen the Family Guy joke that says all radio hobbyists are bald? No, I haven't seen that one, Ace. No, I'm not bald, but it's short. No, it's not a game. It's not a game, my friend. It's a hobby. I'm trying to make contacts with other stations all over the world. Now the band seems to have dropped right out. Guy from Hawaii started calling me. Now I got nothing. That is odd. Okay, Mike, I was just curious. Why are you from Mexico? Well, welcome in. Are you too real, too late? Are you I'm not from this country. I am from Mexico, he says. Oh, maybe a Hawaii station. Yep, he did make contact with me. Are you an amateur radio operator? Okay, Mike. No, okay. All right. Well, welcome in. Follow along and ask questions. Please ask. Everybody can ask. If we miss a question, I got some guys in here that are trying to help out. And if you miss a question, they'll pin. If they don't know the answer, yeah, I just made a contact with them, Mike. If they don't know the answer, they'll pin it, and I'll try to get the answer for you. Mexico, XE2. Oh, you don't see Hawaii. Okay, I just made a contact with them. NH6WD. What's the map showing? Well, the map is showing the green lines are amateur radio operators making contacts. The red line is me making a contact with the Hawaii station that I don't know why we're doing that again. He didn't get, something happened there. It was a plus 24. When do you change frequencies? I don't know, just, I guess it's when I feel like it. Usually we're over here on 15 meters. We get a lot of Australia, New Zealand at right around 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Still a little bit early. Hypothetically, is there a way to send and receive emails via ham? Yes, there is. It's called WinLink. It's an application called WinLink. Yeah, propagation. That's for sure. Yeah. Migrates. We are making contacts with them, but it's through the digital part of this stuff, and we just went out and reconnected. Huh. I see I'm spinning around in a circle here, and I have no idea why. That stopped. Okay. Weird stuff tonight. Weird stuff. I'm going to shut that middle camera off, I think. Hang tight, guys. The camera is flickering away. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to... Nope. Yep. There, we'll just shut that off for now. I don't know. For some reason, it wants to flicker away, and I'm not sure exactly why. But anyways. Good evening. Jumped onto here. Weird stuff, and that's just made me excited. It's amateur radio. It's nothing really weird about it. Okay, we just made that contact with St. Vincent. We tried to do that earlier and we couldn't do it, but we did it. So we're good in that area. Let's try Puerto Rico. Well, it shouldn't be RF because that's been set up like that for months, and it just started to do it tonight. So it shouldn't be. It's never done it before. I guess that's what I'm saying. And that's the only camera that's flickering. Because Megrez, it's because the FCC is, yeah, there we go. FCC regulates it. That's why. Have you ever? Yes, Trinidad Tobago. I've worked them. We got another station that checks into my Sunday weekly net from there. So yes, we have. Thanks, Cowboy. Who am I working right now? Puerto Rico. KP4 TOP. That's who we're trying to make a contact with right now. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Why don't we have a roll call? Let's who from Trinidad? I'd have to look it up. I can't tell you right off the top of my head without digging in over here and typing stuff up. And I got so much going on right now. I can't answer that question, to be honest with you. I apologize. With everything going on. Yeah, let's see where everybody's from. Sammy, 3,900, the cheapest? I don't know. You could probably do everything. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on if you got a laptop already. Southern Indiana. Let's see. Where is everybody? Then my mom. Maine. Yep, Cowboy. KC9TIH. The Northern Indiana. Colorado, welcome in. California, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Let's see where everybody is from. We usually have people from all over the world in here. We've had Australia, New Zealand, people from everywhere. Let's see if we can't get a hold of Honduras. California, Oregon. Boca Raton, Florida. Netherlands, there we go. We got the net. Welcome in, everybody. Great to have you in here tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Southern Indiana. Germany, too. Hello, Germany. Welcome in. Wisconsin, via Oregon. Welcome in. Arizona, welcome in. Western North Carolina, welcome in. Somebody tag that call sign for me right here, the 9M88A, and I'll look that up in just a second. Georgia, welcome in. Yeah, famous, yeah. Alabama, Central Florida. Yes, this is Outlaw. This is it's amateur radio, my friend. We're doing amateur radio. We're doing a roll call right now. A35DX. A35DX. I don't have my pen with me, but I got to look that call sign. Roll talk. Yeah. Alabama, Canada, Arizona. Wait a second. I'll look that call sign up, my friend. I'm doing good. Okay, let's go over here and look that call sign up for that person in the. Let's see. It was 9M8A. Boy, that's a weird call sign. Sorry, I shouldn't say weird. It's not weird. Different. It'll take a minute to search it through, guys. A9TEN, welcome in. Nope, I have not worked him. And 9M8A. 9M8A. It's a D Expedition. Malaysia. I have not worked that station. Sorry. Yep. For KN, Bridget, what's the latest? What do you mean by what's the latest? I'm not sure. Honduras is getting back to us. Tim, NM8A. A35DX. Are those all D Expedition stations? West Virginia. Let me look real quick. We got Illinois, Maryland, Virginia. Got regular. We don't have West Virginia here. Sorry. The red is, well, the red are grid squares that I've made contacts, and they've confirmed them. The red line is me transmitting now to Honduras. Down here, I'm trying to make a contact with that station down there. Florida, welcome in. I haven't worked, I still got a few I've got like 1, 2, 3, I got 6 or 7 more contacts, and I'll have worked everything from 6 to 160. Mike on here, he's worked everything all over the world. I think he only needs one country. God bless him. Andrew wants to know how you make contact with another station. Well, we just did it with the Honduras station. So let's try this KE9AZY station right here. He's about 650 miles away. And hang tight near Scarborough Reef. Oh, need Scarborough Reef. Yep. So if you hang around just a second, Vermont is been hot the last few days. Let's put it that way. Andrew, if you hang, okay, so here we go, Andrew. He was calling for somebody to make a contact with him, and I clicked on it and answered it. He came back to me, so we're going to go through this protocol right here. If you follow my cursor, step by step, boom, 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 his signal, my signal, 73, then a block will come up. This is the station that we're trying to contact right here, and I've made a contact with him on 30 meters before. So if you hang tight for a second, there he goes. And the black, there it is. Now there's the call sign, KE9AZY. Start time was 1:20 minutes. We took about a minute to make that QSO. The signal strength sent was -1, received -11, 15 meters, FT8. Boom, click OK, goes to the logbook. Where'd that question go? Andrew, so that's how we make it. If you got any more questions or if that wasn't clear enough, please come back and ask again. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, you make your own phone book. Yeah. Yeah, you have, and what it does is it logs. Here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull my logbook up so everybody can see what it looks like. And whoop, I just got that QRZ logbook up in here right now. We'll pull that. Let me put this up on the screen here. And there we go. Right now I'm at 21,000 contacts, 175 countries. I'm jealous. Mike's got a whole lot more than I do. But yeah, this is what it does. It gives me their call sign, how I contacted them, the mode, the frequency, where they're from, gives me their name. And then when I go over here to click, I'll ask, and I'll come down here for actions. And I want to request confirmation from them all that I've made contact with, and boom, it sends them a thing to get contact with. Okay, let's put that back and we'll go to questions. Okay. Got a card from ZS8W. Yep. I got one from, he's down. Let's see if I can pull him up here. ZS1 SBW, and I'm W1 SBW. And I've got a card from him, and I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 contacts with him down here in South Africa, down on the very tip of South Africa. Okay. AC9CHE. I think he was in the chat. So is this actually hooked up to a hardware radio? It's a transceiver. It's an amateur radio transceiver, Andrew. I had a camera on radio, but I don't know what was going on with it. It was flicking around. Somebody said it might have been RF, but I'm not sure if that's what it was. Coolest contact was Russian mobile station Antarctica. Well, that is cool, Mike. Yeah. Flooding in New Jersey tomorrow, Christian. That's what they're saying. Is that what they're saying for you guys? Because let's see. I wonder if it's this storm coming through right here. Because that's they got the weather radar laid over on this. There's a storm headed this way by the looks. But I don't know that. I'm not a weatherman. I'm an amateur radio operator. So, anyways, where are we here? Yep, South Africa. Yep. Got DPOGVN yesterday. Nice. I don't know where that is either. Huh. I will leave it at that for now. Okay. All right, let's got a whole lot more going on here. Wow. Yeah, it rained here today too, right around 3 o'clock. I was going to see my folks and it poured. So here we are. We made that contact with KC9CHE, and I believe he was in the chat. I truly believe he was in the chat. I thought that call sign came up. If you're still in here, pop back in and let me know if that was you. In. Welcome in. Glad to have you in here. Yeah. All right, let's I don't think there's nothing else going on down lower. That's dead. Let's go up to 30 and see what's going on at 30. We got to switch over to the wire. Yeah, the end-fed antenna. And let's hit the tune-up button. Hey guys, make sure you hit the slam that like button so we get some more people in here. That's the code that's going back and forth between radios. through the airwaves. That's what that noise is. Okay, we're on 30 meters now. Let's see what we got. What we can do here. Thanks for the follows, guys. You made me walk into the shack and turn on the radio. Well, that's absolutely fantastic. Hang around. How long you been a ham radio operator, KC98CHE? How long you been a ham radio operator? Yeah, I've got a manual tuner here, but I've just been using the one on the radio. The antennas are pretty resonant, and I just have to touch it up, and in a tuner and radio works perfect. Those manual tuners, they are nice though. I agree. 2002, I was 12. Oh, well, very nice. Congratulations. Mike is in here, N4VG. He's just been up here answering some questions and stuff. He's been a ham since he's 15 years old. I think he's 55, 6 years. Mike, so he just popped in. He said he uses manual tuners too. All the red is grid squares. The whole world in amateur radio is broke down in grid squares. 1967, Mike came in. So these are all grid squares. Now, when they're red, means that they have confirmed the contact with me. On the top screen, I can't. Well, hang on just a second, Berta. Anyways, this here is the red is grid squares, and I've made they've confirmed the contacts with me. The only way I can make the top screen bigger is get rid of this and do this. Does that help? KFOLCA checking in. I don't like running high power than auto tuner retunes. Oh, I've been I got an automatic tuner right over there that I've got, and it's not hooked up, but I just use the one in the radio right now because the antennas are pretty decent right at this moment. Hopefully they stay that way. Okay, does that make that top screen look a little better? Let's pick a station. Let's try try the state of Washington, see what happens. Amateur radio. Yep, there we go. Okay, state of Washington, just confirm the contact, and there we go. Around 30 meters now. Make sure we hit that like button, guys. There we go. Yep. Oh, it's not that bright here. It's not that bright here. I can change that color if I wanted to. Those colors are what's that green stand for? Got now. It's a new call on a band. maybe that's better. Let's try that. Okay. Yeah, make sure you type and share, everybody. We're getting some action here on 30. I've never heard of that country. E5, TY5 AD. I think Mike said he had. Yeah, he's all the way down in here in South Africa. Into Africa, right here. Tried to make contact with him. Wow, he's coming out the back of the beam though. Oh, he's on the wire. Yeah, those are other Mr. Electric Mind. Those are amateur radio stations trying to make a contact. The red line is me. The green line is other amateur radio contact. That's me trying to contact this station down here. These guys are. It's just an animated thing that they're picking up the calls on. Is it everything out there possible? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't made a contact with him. So I thought I changed that green color, but it didn't want to change. Let's go back here. Oh. That was the green that changed, but it didn't change it in here. All right. Anyway. Okay, let's see. We're trying to get caught up with these Skynet. Yeah. Is the tone unique to each station or based on a signal? It's all the same thing. It's all this code that's sent. It's when you plug your information into the software, it knows your grid square and then the signal strength it picks up on, and then the Roger 73. Yeah, there's quite a few people on here right now, Mike. No, this part of it's not, but you're probably thinking of the movie Frequency. You're welcome. Most calling me. You got a pile up? Yeah, I didn't see your call sign. I haven't seen your call sign in there. No. I really want to try to get through with this, make contact with this one. If I can. Yeah, it seems like we're struggling. Got a -9, -10, unless he's got a bunch of stations trying to get him, which I'm not sure. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Very much appreciated. Well, I'm gonna halt the text, and then what happens is a lot of times that happens. I do that, and I don't know, for some reason I get, because it's a fun hobby to do. Electric Mind, I'm located in New England. Okay, let's see. Try this one. We're trying to get a rise out of Mike. Oh, you're in New York? Cool. This is Amateur Radio. Karen Kennedy wants to know what this is. This is amateur radio. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations across the world. And we got a Texas station we're trying to make contact with right now. Yeah, it is cool. It's a very cool hobby. Big RF hole. Yeah. Oh, you've been wanting to do amateur radio, Karen? You got to get your license. Is anybody else in your family ever licensed? Thanks for the follow. Why is the shadow of the sun covered like that? Shadow of the sun. Well, first of all, that's the moon. And this here is nighttime. Okay. This is where it's all evening or early morning. Earth is rise. Yep. That's the gray line. Yep. The gray line's right on the edge. Oh, your dad did Morse code in the Army. Is he still around, Karen? Okay. The SCC license is $35. You're going to have to take the test. A lot of places charge 10, 15, 20 bucks to take the test. Okay, let's see. Try this Georgia station. One, Karen. All I've got is one. It's a gaming computer that I built. Let's rebuild that. Let me rephrase that because I've got called out on that. I built the computer. I didn't make the components, but the one I had, I put together with some components. So I was using a laptop and it just wasn't doing it. So I just had to add a couple things to that I had. And bingo, there we are. Okay, where'd Karen go? So how many? Okay, there she goes. Basically, whoever I click on here, I'm trying to get as many grid squares as I can. There's states, grid squares, counties, countries, all kinds of things to try to connect with. Whatever you're wanting to go after. Right now, I'm not really chasing anything. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the hobby to everybody. And Karen, did she get back to me? Karen, are you still in here? You said your grandfather was licensed? Missing. Thanks for the follows, guys. Oh, okay. I thought you said somebody was licensed in your family. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of 30's got a lot of people on it right now. The original kimchi. Okay, nice. I like your username, my friend. You're going to need an antenna. You're going to need a radio. Yep. And a license. 40 was wall to wall. Was that earlier today or just recently? Oh, your father did Morse code in the Army. Oh, okay, Karen. Okay. Yep. For some reason, I got messed up in my head. Karen thought he was a licensed amateur radio operator. But those guys, they learn a lot of stuff. You on 40 now, Mike? Last hour or two? Okay. Well, this one, right now, this band, it seems to be hot. There's quite a few people on it. And not a lot of DX. There's a little bit, but not a lot. I have had, I have and one haven't taken that test yet. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Get your test, get taken, and get a general. Then you can get in here and make contacts with us too while we're in here. Yeah, I got them just a few minutes ago, Mike. Yep. Matter of fact, I should check that. Did that do a refresh? It didn't come through. No, I didn't get them. I'm sorry. I tried, but it didn't go through. Okay, Karen, come back anytime. Ask questions, hang around with us. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. No. I hear it. I got it turned down low here. I've got it turned up in the chat so that you got in the live so you guys can hear what actually is going on. Uploading the low T, yeah, Mike, I got to do that in the next day or two. I try to do it every week, but sometimes I miss. Let's try Oregon. Amateur radio. Can you listen in to, John A wants to know, can you listen in to see what's being said on the radio stations? Not the regular broadcast stations, like your local radio stations. You can pick them up. You can't transmit, but you can listen to music and stuff. But you can't listen into these particular radio stations because this is just sending this code. Gonzo LWD, you're looking at amateur radio. Anyone see this is it like a website? No, this is no website. This is software I got running on my computer here. And now the Netherlands is calling me. Let's see. No, nothing to do with military. Nothing to do with military in here. Thanks for the follows, guys. Come on in, join. Make sure you slap that like button. Get as many likes as we can and answer as many questions as we can and try to get the awareness of this great hobby out. This hobby is a fantastic hobby. We got some guys in the chat that are other amateur radio operators too. They help me try to answer questions. We got some other moderators in there that'll pop in and help me answer questions. And if they can't, they'll pin them so I can see them. Milan here, we're watching amateur radio. That's what we're watching. Amateur radio. KC1DAG here. Love your stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate those kind words. I really do. It's just the negativity that sets me off the deep end. Yeah. And I do apologize if you guys were here earlier. I got a little hot. Not much, but a little bit. And I just don't like that. Yes, it is. Okay. Russia's calling me. See what we can do. Fang number 1. Well, they're a good radio to start with. There's nothing wrong with them. M104 over. Yeah. Yeah, this not CB, but My Electric Mind. This is really cool. Oh, well, thank you for your gifts, too. Electric Mind. The green lines are other amateur radio stations making contacts with other amateur radio stations. My Electric Mind, you have a Bofang? Yep, they're a good little radio. They really are. Yeah, welcome in, guys. We're an hour and a half in. We've got about another 30 minutes, and we're going to jump out. And let's see, did he never got back to me. Somebody else picked him up, and he dropped the signal. Ain't that just fancy? All right, let's go to 40. Let's see what's going on 40 meters. They said it was hopping earlier. Hopefully it stayed a little bit longer. Okay. We're looking for other amateur radio stations to try to make a contact with. Benny wants to know what I mean by going to 40 meters. Well, 40 meters is a band. Within that band, there's a certain amount of frequencies that we can use. It's all on this amateur radio band plan. And once you get into amateur radio, you'll get this, and it's in the technician's book. And within that 40 meter band, it's a wavelength. We're on a frequency of 7.074 for FT8. And let's see, we got some DX in here too, Germany. That's what that is. Expresso eyes only. This is amateur radio. We're just trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations around the world. Just making contacts to have fun. It's a great hobby. It's a fun hobby. Yes, we do. Yep, we do talk. Yep. We tried to do a Germany getting back to us. Mike N4VG was in here. I think he's still in here, but we tried to do a single sideband, but it just didn't work. The propagation wasn't there tonight for us to work. We were booming into each other the other day. Hal James 73. Good evening, Scott. KC2JVY, Watertown, New York. How you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Hang around for a while. See what we can do. We're trying to make. Yep, we just contacted Germany. And I'm going to say it again, guys. If the question doesn't get answered, please don't get upset because we're not getting to it. We will get to it if you re-ask. Like I said, the moderators are in here to help me keep track of what's going on, and it wasn't me. And they'll pin a question. If they can't answer it, they'll pin it. Mike is in here, Cowboy's in here, Bernadette's in here, Sherry's in here. If they don't know the answer, they'll pin it. It's both. It's both software and hardware. These two screens right here is the software part of it. I could hear me on your radio. Oh, yeah, I had the volume turned up on that. So it was coming through pretty decent. Okay. We're monitoring other signals from other amateur radio operators. We're trying to make a contact with them. I don't know. I think it was just a propagation mic. Chris Kimball wants to know explain what's going on. We're trying to make contacts with other amateur radio stations around the world through this digital protocol called WSJTX. Zach says, I keep seeing ones from Northmore, but I can't tell if they're real. Zach, I'm not. Could you? No, cannot do North Korea. Well, that I don't know how well you can see that. I'll explain that. That is, I have a system set up with All-Star Node and Echolink stuff. We got people from all over the world that connect, all over the United States, all over the UK that connect into it, and all over the world, actually. Got some Australian stations. It's a VoIP setup, and that is that is my logo that's up in the top left corner of the live right now on your phone. If you're watching on your phone, that's that logo that I had printed up. It says Worldwide Rag True Amateur Radio Net. My call sign on the bottom, and it says at the top, it says Scott, and it says America. And then down below the eagle where his claws are, it says love it or leave it. That's what it says, and that's what it's for. I put that up for a backdrop, but thank you for the kind words on it. My Electric Mind, that's what it is. If anybody in here uses Echolink every Sunday morning, you're CQing, okay, Mike? I was just trying to get a hold of Uruguay. Let me stop. Jeez, bro, look at the questions go by here so fast. We can keep up with them, guys. I'm trying to see if I can see Mike in here. I ain't seen anything yet. Okay. All right. This is Amateur Radio. No, I don't have a ham. Well, yeah, I do down in Salem, New Hampshire. You need to get your technician's license for amateur radio. Hey, there's a Vermont station calling. He is 58 miles away. AA1 SU. Let's see if we can get him. I'm looking for Mike, but I don't see Mike hasn't come up. So we're going to try this Vermont station and see if we can't get a hold of him. Just for hex. Okay, I know I missed some stuff here. Well, there's quite a few stations in Canada that you know, most of the stuff is where in the populated areas. You know, there's one way up in here. You know, and down into here, down in the populated areas, there's quite a few Canadian stations. Hey, there's an Essex Junction. I don't know. We might be too close for 40. Somebody was talking about Romania the other day. Let's try them. Okay, let's see. Venezuela? Okay. We'll try it and see. We'll try them. I'm open to anything. Just radio. Well, we'll try Italy. We're on the hook right now for Venezuela, and we'll see what happens. And we'll try them. How do you get the dark background? Okay. The cursor should be, is the cursor showing on it? Okay, come over to all the way up in the corner where it says view. Okay. Click on view. Click on view and it should come down. It says dark mode. Click on dark mode and it'll turn the screen dark. That's how you get there. If you can't get it, ask again and I'll show you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it again. Thanks for the follows, guys. Okay. Yeah, it is cool. It's a very cool hobby. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, Mike, I haven't seen you come up. Oh, Venezuela's coming back. Whoever wanted me to contact them, they're coming right here. Call sign is YY5LRB. YY5LRB. We'll see what happens. We'll watch for the call to pop up here with the contact. Exactly. Cheap setup. It's so hard to say. Depends on what you want to go. Because there's so many avenues you can go with radios and so many different things you can go with antennas. And you got to have a laptop. This software here that I'm using is all free. So it's basically your license. And then you got to get, you get yourself a radio. And then you can get yourself an antenna. You get a nice end-fed antenna for anywhere. If you want to build one, you could probably build one for, I think Cowboy, I forgot who it was. If it was Cowboy or somebody in here built one. And didn't have a whole lot of money in it. I forgot who it was. I shouldn't be mentioning names when I don't know who it was. So I don't know. You could get into it for $1,500, $2,000. That's just the number I'm going to throw out. Nope, never received anything from outside the earth. Nope. You did. Okay. I thought you said you built one for like $30 or something. 30 or 40 bucks. So I'd need an operator's license and could use PC software. or get an antenna basically. Yeah, you need a radio though. You need your license, you need a radio antenna and a software, and the software. Radio, your license, your radio, your antenna, and your software on a computer or laptop. I know you were saying no aliens, but maybe one day. Yeah, I guess you never know, my electric mind. You never know. We're doing amateur radio. Zach, that's why we're here. That's why I'm doing this. Don't ask as many questions as you want. I'm never not going to get frustrated with trying to answer questions. And I've got some guys in the chat that have been ham radio operators for a while, and my mast is 30 feet made of water pipe. There we go. So Zach, ask away. Anything you want, follow along, jump in when we're here. Anything, jot it down on a piece of paper if it comes to mind. And I'm not, not doing a live, and it comes when I pop in. Hop in here and ask that question. I can't get the answer for you. I will get it. If these other guys that I have with me here helping me can't get don't have the answer, because we've got a lot of experience in here, and we'll get the answer for you one way or another. Is the background sound like ionized stuff in the atmosphere or what? The background? No, that's the protocol, the code coming through. Got 15 new messages, man, trying to keep up. M&M Custom, what band are we working? I'm working 40 meters right now. 7.074 megahertz. If you got a license and you want to pop on and try to make a contact, I'll be more than happy to try to do that with you. Okay, let's see what here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let's try this. I believe that's a Russian station. Thanks for the follows, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Oh, we got 500 people in here. Oh my goodness. We're doing good. We're doing good. So like I was telling that gentleman earlier, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what we're here for. Bring awareness to this hobby so we can get some more people involved. You would think Canada would have more radios. It's so vast. I'm really surprised. Yeah, my electric mind. Yeah. There's quite a few. Just because of that one block doesn't mean it's just one person. If you're looking at that block, those are all in that one little grid square. Those are all the contacts that I've made in Canada. There's more there. When they go around, there's a whole bunch. It's just not one person in that block. There's quite a few out here on the coast. So, so that's not one person. Okay. Nothing but VHF working right now. Okay. Yep, that's cool. Hey, everybody's got their own thing. Someday that you get your HF set up, let me know. We'll make a contact. There it is. That's that Russian station. Boom. Okay, let's try Romania. Yeah, I can. What do you want to see on it? Those are contacts I've made all over. I mean, a lot of these Russian stations don't make, they don't do a confirmation. They don't have QRZ stuff. The blue is, they're making CQ calls right now. This is the Romania station that I'm calling right now. Okay. Zach, no, I have no IT background. I picked it up all on my own. I'm pretty handy that way with that kind of stuff. M&M Custom, you got 3 HF rigs. Nice. I only got 1. I mean, this radio has been so good for me that I didn't really need to get another one. Romania's coming back. 12 new questions here. Okay. Colby Nunn. The favorite part of this hobby? The favorite thing about this hobby is how I don't know. It's hard to. That's a hard question because I like every aspect of the hobby, but meeting new people in different things. Like I've met a whole bunch of new people since I've started these lives. This fantastic group of people that we have in here. We get some naysayers every once in a while, but we try to nip them in the bud and move along and forget about them because they've got nothing better to do usually. That's why they're in here, rolling. Not here to learn anything or help anybody learn anything. So, anyways, have you tried New York City, or do the skyscrapers mess with you? No, I've made contacts with guys in New York City on voice, on here too. I mean, I don't talk to them, so when it comes up on in QRZ, I can look and see where they are. Yes, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm streaming it to it right now. It's just type my call sign in, Whiskey One W1SBW, and it'll go right to it. Why even? Doing that, doing Twitch, doing this. Can you tune into ATC frequencies? Jordan, I'm not quite sure what you mean by ATC frequencies. Air traffic control. We can tune in and listen. If up here I'm in such a rural area, it's not. I don't get very much. I'm not that close to a major airport, but you can tune in and you can listen. You can't transmit. Okay, let's see. Let's try Scotland. Oh God, yeah. Yep, around O'Hare. Well, my friend's doing it, and everybody should follow his page, M0OMT. He's getting something set up over there because he lives in the UK and he's right over the flight path of the Newcastle upon Tyne airport, and he's right. They fly right over his house going in. K4 BWP. Thanks for the QSO 73. Yo, you're very welcome, Grandpa. Thank you. Thanks for popping in here, trying to get the QSO. Working us. You're very welcome. And come back again. The red color is QSOs that are contacts that I've made. This is the chap we're trying to contact right now. He's in Scotland. But those are QSOs that I've made. They're grid squares. Those are people that I've talked to or either made a digital contact or sideband contact with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's that code that you hear. Elks Huts wants to know what's happening when we're making a contact. He's asking. So let's see if we can't make one. Hang tight, buddy, and we'll see what we can do. What's happening is the code's being sent back and forth, and it's this protocol. The computer is reading the code, and this protocol is sending me his grid square. The whole world is broken up into grid squares for amateur radio. Mine is FN33. So, anyways, the grid square, and it sends the signal strength he's got me on, and the signal strength I get him on. Then a Roger 73, the 73, and the contact is complete, and it pops up on the screen. So that's what happens when we're making a contact. We've made contacts all over the world. Right now, we're trying for this particular station. We'll see what we can do here. See if he comes up. So if you're in the grid square, you adjust the strength. No, I'm not adjusting anything, Zach. And then do some sort of sign. No, it's just the code. What happens is on the top screen on the left here, these are all stations that are calling. Okay, and the code that goes through is the same when you set the software up. It's got your location, it's got your call sign, your location, and everything. The only thing that it's picking up is a signal strength, and then it sends the 73 when it's done. It sends the signal strength back and forth. I did the state of Washington earlier. They've got to be calling for me to try to make a contact with them. I'm going back through. Excuse me, and I do not. I need a donut. I don't see them calling, so I can't make a contact with them. I'm sorry. Well, they don't have to. Yeah, they're calling, not just me, Zach. They're calling anybody that wants to answer them. They're calling CQ, which means they're looking for a call to make a contact. And that's what this on the left side of that top screen's for. All these stations are calling, looking for someone, another amateur radio stations, to come back to them to make a contact. I hope that explains it a little bit better, Zach. If not, come back again, please. El Salvador, I have not seen tonight. We're down in Honduras, but I have not seen El Salvador, my friend. Not in here right now. Nope. Yes. Yeah. Most of the time they respond. It all depends on their setup too, Zach. What they have for an antenna, how good of an antenna they have, and things like that. So. There you go, Cowboy. Thank you. I was just wondering if you were still in here. Well, let's zoom out. I've got all kinds of contacts over here. Not all kinds. You know, and I got more. Well, they're about the same. In the New Zealand, these particular islands, in Hawaii, this island right here, and Australia, the backside of Australia. Then you come over into Japan, China, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines. There's a Philippine contact right there. And then these down here, Antarctica, 3 of them there, 1 of them here. Then you go up, if we're going all the way up to the top here, you know, we go up into Greenland, then over here into Russia, and then if you go into Alaska over here. So yeah, I've been pretty much all over the world. Trying that station again. What about South Africa? They're not calling, but I have made contacts with them all down through here. Down into South Africa, down on the Cape down here. Yeah, I got some left, Cowboy. Brenda, I got some coffee. No, North Korea. Nope, they're not. I don't believe they're allowed. Yeah, I've never seen them on here. So, how do you find station? Elks wants to know, how do you find stations? Well, the left side of the screen are other stations that are calling CQ. They're calling, looking for somebody to make a contact. Software is picking them up and showing them to me on this screen. So let's see. Let's try this Rhode Island station. That's where they're coming in. They're trying to call. Yeah, I can call too, but I'm just answering calls tonight because I'm trying to keep up with both sides of everything here. Oh, so I hope that helps answers. This is amateur radio, just making contacts from one amateur radio station to another. Yep. Well, I don't know if you could necessarily call it a portal. It's just if the software is picking everything up. The signals are being sent by radio waves. All right, guys, we got 300 people in here. 350. Got the cursor isn't small to see, is too small to see where you're pointing. Okay. I'll have to make that bigger, but I'm not going to be able to do that without setting some stuff off, Bernadette. I'll do that next time. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll write it down right now. Make that cursor bigger. And I don't think it's working on the middle screen, but it might be. Whoop, there goes the contact. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it. Well, it's got to be working. It wouldn't be bringing those stations up. Yeah, I'll make it bigger the next live, and we'll get that cursor bigger. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll see what I can do. I mean, for me on the screen here, it's big, so I'm going to probably try to double it and see what it does over there. I don't think I can double it in the TikTok studio part. Have you ever made contact with Palestinians? Not that I know of. Yeah, we'll work on that. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button and share. We've had almost 25,000 views tonight. 8 gifts. God, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. That's really appreciated. I got 193 new followers and 14K on the lights. All right, we got about 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get to 20Ks, and we're going to bow out, and I'm going to go to bed. Supposed to be a little bit cooler here tomorrow. Thank God. Well, you need a radio. You need a power supply for that radio because it's a 12 volt. You get a 110 power supply that converts it to 12 volts. And then you need an antenna. Anton won't, and that's how you set the station up. You got to get your license first before you can transmit. You can get a station set up and listen, but you can't transmit. Anybody can have a station to listen, but you have to have a license to transmit. Are you catching storms? No. They're there. They're on the radar right here. Those big storms. Look, I don't know. That almost looks like it's over Indiana. Bernadette, is it raining over your way? It's okay, Glock. It's an amateur radio digital mode. That's called FT8, and that's what this is on the top screen that you see. That's the FT8 digital part of it. It's digital protocol sent back and forth through the airwaves, and the computer reads the code that's being set back and forth. That's the noise you hear just below my voice. That's the protocol that's being set back and forth, and it's a grid square, then the signal strengths and stuff like that. So, Mike, are you still around, or did you bow out, my friend? Did you give up? November 4, Victor Golf. I don't know if he's still in here or not. Thanks for the follows, guys. Yeah, but it's not. It's just the code coming through. It's nothing to be. It's not. It does sound scary. I agree with you there. It does sound a little bit. First time hearing it, it does. When I first set it up, I thought something was wrong with my radio. What is the program running? The map is that part of FTA. No, that's Grid Tracker. That tracks all the grids that I've made contacts with, and then it gives you an animation of other stations making calls, and it tells you there is all kinds of information on here. It tells you that 40 meter band looks like it's pretty busy. That's where we are right now. You know, and the sun, it gives you that data right there for sunspots and stuff like that. The moon is down here. You can turn it on or off. You can put it there, put it back. Then there's all kinds of things that you can do in here. And actually, you can send text messages to other stations if you're trying to contact them if they're using this. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, not Brandon wants to know. So we're listening to code. It's like a code that's being sent back and forth, and the computer is decoding it and reading it and telling us what their grid square is, their signal strength, and then the 73 is coming back. It's about amateur radio. It's a hobby. We're sending signals back and forth between stations, and the computer's decoding it. It's a digital mode, digital part of ham radio. Yeah, Mike must have stepped out of here. He didn't say. Did Bernadette or Cowboy, did Mike say he was stepping out? I didn't get a chance to say goodnight to him if he did. Oh, that's cool, Esther. Yep. Okay. All right. He said it wasn't gonna stay in for the whole thing. He just popped in for a little while. I had a pretty good phone conversation with him earlier today. He's a pretty cool guy. He's very knowledgeable. You don't understand what we're doing? Is that what you're trying to say, Glock? Oh, God. Colorado, I'm going to, right off the top of my head, I'm going to say hundreds. Because I can't tell you without shutting everything down and looking up on another thing to tell you how many people from Colorado. And I can't pick it up in here by the state. You know, there's a ton of them I've contacted. You know, it's just, I can't do it that way. I got to figure out an easier way because I've had 2 or 3 questions like that. Well, if you're Silverbugs, how are you able to track someone that doesn't have a license for ham? Well, if that particular person doesn't have a license, they know if somebody knows he doesn't have a license. There is, they play this game, Fox and Hound, okay? They'll set a transmitter up in a hidden location that's putting out an RF signal, like a beacon, okay? Just like if somebody was talking. These guys go around these special antennas and listen, and they zoom in right on that particular station. Now, this is just amateur radio's guys doing this. The government's probably got a little more sophisticated stuff to track somebody down that's transmitting without a license. Do they do it as much as they should? Personally, I don't think so, but they probably don't have the manpower to do it either. But I wouldn't want to get caught because the fine starts at $10,000 on the very first fine. Yeah, look me up. I'm on there. I got to update it on QRZ. Okay, guys, why don't we start winding down? I'll tell you what, before we go, let's do one more roll call. Let everybody that's in here tell us where you're from. If you did it earlier, that's okay. You're hearing code coming through from amateur radio from one computer to another through the radio waves, Cyrus. So let's hear it one more time where everybody's from, and we're going to bow out of here and see where we're from. Ham operator M3, United Kingdom. I didn't know you were in there, my friend. Stu, how you doing? I plugged your page earlier. Told everybody to go take a look. KC9, Northern Indiana, Chicago, Pennsylvania. How you doing, everybody? Coastal North Carolina, Topsail Island, Southern Indiana. I'm Gold. Costa Rica, welcome in. DE9M2ALT. 9M2ALT. Welcome in. South Africa's in here. Here we go, guys. See, we don't know who's in here until we ask. And we get people from all over the world, which is amazing. It's totally amazing. Well, Virginia, welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for everything tonight. We're winding down. I'm about ready to drop out of here. And I want to give my all my moderators, a thank you for tonight, and thank you for all the gifts. It's been absolutely a great night. We did a lot of good things. We had a little frustration earlier, but we worked our way through it. Pennsylvania, this is Amateur Radio. Oh, that's all right, Mike. Don't worry about it. You had to leave. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm just getting ready. I'm winding down right now, saying all my 73s, and we were doing a roll call, Mike, to see where everybody's from. I got to get out of here. Like I say, I got to get up at 5, head to work, usually about 4:45, and head myself into work. We hit 15K on the likes, 200 more. I got 200 more followers, 11 gifts, 26,000 views, and 317 people in here right now. So, I'm late. You're late going to work? Yeah, retire. Yeah, I will sometime. I'm not totally ready, Mike, to get done. New Zealand's in hell. Welcome in. We're leaving now, Ben. Sorry. We're just getting ready to bow out. I know, I don't know what time of day it is for you. It's getting winding down probably, and it's already tomorrow over there. We're talking to the future, guys. Yeah. Someday, Mike. Yep. We'll see what we can do. All right, guys. KJ5, JCQ. Thank you. You're welcome. 4:25 a.m. in Croatia, guys. Yes. Yeah. How you doing, Nelson? Yeah, good evening. 73, Mike. Thanks for trying to do that sideband tonight. And we'll do some other interesting stuff, too. Aston, thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Come on back, guys. 73, Bernadette. Come on back anytime, guys. I had a blast. I hope everybody that joined had fun. And we'll get in here and we'll do some more. Today is what, Wednesday? So I'll probably be back Friday. Try to do one every other. Try. No, Australia was a bust tonight. We didn't really have too many signals headed over that way. So KC5C in Denver, welcome in. Colt 45. We're just getting ready to sign out. I don't know how long you've been in here, but thanks for popping in. Make sure you Nelson Sierra from Texas, welcome in. Make sure you come in and join and live and share. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I try my best. You know, I try doing the best I can in here. And like I say, there's other people in here. If I can't get the answer to your question, we'll get it somehow, some way. We'll find it. We will find it. Paraguay, welcome in. Yep. Yep. I hope some of you guys have been in here. You're not just popping in because I'm just getting ready to sign out. Call tonight. Been just a little over 2 hours. Your mod is OP. I'm not sure what you mean there, Austin. Tell me what you mean, Austin. Please, before I sign out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the gifts. It was an amazing night. I had a blast. Okay, guys. Oh, yeah. And she does a heck of a job, my friend. Yep. Yep, they all do. Every one of them I've made mods so far. Every one of them have done a great job. Excellent job, guys. All right, 73, everybody. You know, every time I go to sign out, we jump up to about 400 or 500 people. I hate to leave, but I gotta go, guys. So, 73, it's been fantastic. And we will all talk to you again soon. I'll be back on Friday night, I hope. And we'll see what we can get done then. So 73, everybody, good night. Have a great day tomorrow. And great evening, rest of your evening tonight. 73, my friends. Love you all. Good night.